You are looking live at Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Bandits are getting set to play the first of 2 games on a Sunday doubleheader. Welcome to October Hockey on RizzoVision. The Bandits will be taking on, for the 3rd time in about a week, the team from St. James. The Bandits were here at Rock Ice a few weeks ago, and they had a big 6-1 win over the New Jersey Rockets. This rink, very familiar to a lot of you on RizzoVision as the home of the Rockets for the previous 2 or 3 years. Now we're doing the Bandits, so you get a good look at them in their pink jerseys with the black pants, pink socks on the front, gray on the back, and the wicked stripe that they have on the sleeves, on the bottom of the jerseys, and on the sides of the socks. Black helmets for the skaters, white helmets for the goalies. Lexi Riley expected to be in between the pipes for the Bandits, number 32, when we get there. Over here, you get to see St. James wearing their dark blue with white, very similar to the Penn State colors. They have a stripe on the top of the helmet down the middle, and 2 thick white stripes at the bottom, white numerals, white letters on the jerseys. Blue pants, blue socks with the thick white stripes. Bandits break the huddle, and they head over toward the bench area. Rock Ice Arena, you could see it over there, 17 minutes on the clock. The 3rd game in 2 days right now, and then 1 more at 5 this afternoon Eastern time. So we're trying to get it. You can watch all the early NFL action. You're not going to miss any of that. And neither the Giants nor the Jets are playing until later on Sunday for the Jets in the evening, and the Giants are on Monday night. There's Lexi Riley, 32. She will guard the goal to your YouTube left. And over here, it's going to be Taylor Wilkerson for St. James. Face-off set, Gabby Rothstein on the dot, and we're underway. Ayla Hill was the opposing center. Backhand in front. Riley had to be sharp right off the bat. She made a big save. Gabby Rothstein moves it towards center. She's with Maeve McNulty and Izzy Camerata. McNulty number 4, Camerata 93. You see here down on the right. Gabby Rothstein 18. The defense pair, Mandy Scott and Logan Shoemaker-Gromick, to start it out. Shoemaker-Gromick, the newly minted captain, as St. James moves it up. Bandits took a couple from St. James last weekend, but wildly contested games, and there's Ayla Hill trying to move it in. Comes to neutral ice. Rosenberg got it for a moment. There's 2. There's Steph Samantha. Comes to neutral ice, picked up, St. James in front of their own bench. Ava Pavko battled for at neutral ice, knocked down by Nicholson. Nicholson marches in, had Bowers with her, but couldn't secure the pass. Sperling now on one wing, McSherry on another, and Folia at center. A full bench, it looks like, with one exception. Kira Redmond still not ready to play, but she is on the bench with her teammates. And her mom, Regina, is running the clock today, or running the iPad, keeping official score, and Kevin Camerata also handling scoring duties and scoreboard. I'm not sure who's doing what, but they're both over there. So thanks for those efforts. Sperling bats it in. Now Otterbein jumps on. And a couple of wings waiting in the wings for puck to get deep. Sperling hustles off. Rizzo jumps on behind the play. And now just one more. McSherry will probably curl and head to the bench when she has a moment. As it's picked off by Salem. McSherry now is going to hustle off. And the line change is complete as Annalise Claus has it. Oh, Rizzo banked it off the boards. Claus was calling for it. Wrist shot by Salem. Riley lets it go wide. They take it behind the net. Spinning around is Gate. Loses it there because Venuto took it away from her. Venuto's going to run it again, and Rizzo lets her go and will trail the play and cover the point on the left side. It goes below the end line. Venuto centers it. Otterbein had it for a moment but got shoved from behind. Centering feed, and Wilkerson makes the save. Venuto staying all the way down there as Rizzo covers the point. Had a shot at it. Otterbein in pursuit. Kepler couldn't keep it in as that puck popped up. One defense changes. Claus retreats all the way back to shepherd that puck to Shoemaker Gromik. Sends it a little too strongly for Rizzo, but it does get out of the zone. St. James, Beimers, chips it forward for Salem, who centers it, and Rosenberg fired it on the one-timer. Not a slapper, but a snapper. Rizzo knocks down, looked like a shot. Rizzo's going to get this. She'll probably get to center and dump it. She'll dump it at net and force the save, but allow a clean change for the Bandits. We'll talk often about how important dump-ins could be and why making changes cleanly can be the key to winning, and it might not happen in the first period, it might not happen in the second period, it might be something that happens even late in the game. You make clean changes, you wear down the other team. They're going to call, it looks like they're going to call too many on the ice or something for St. James. The referee made the whirlybird signal with his hand, which is usually too many on the ice. There was a change over there. Batchelor is going to go into the bench to at least serve it if she was not the one to take the penalty. So Sienna Batchelor serves the penalty or was given a penalty. I didn't see a signal that looked anything except too many on the ice. They'll, with 12:59 left in period one, have a power play, will the Bandits. Face off one. Shoemaker Gromik had to retreat to get it, but she kept it in. McNulty in the corner. Gabby Rothstein and Izzy Camerata, the other forwards, and Morgan Kepler joins Shoemaker Gromik on defense. Hitting the brakes and spinning. Kepler pins the offensive player against the glass, and that allows Gabby Rothstein to pick it up, sends it to Izzy Camerata, who gains the line of center. Izzy jumps over the line. Izzy goes around the right circle, looking, has McNulty, gets free, couldn't tee it up. A lot of good defense protecting the house. All four in the slot. Kepler negotiates through, fires a shot. Wilkerson kicks it away. She kicked it away, not with the pad, but with the quadriceps area of her right leg. McNulty in the slot, wrist shot. Wilkerson saw it and got the glove on it. So a good shift in terms of the scoring chances there to keep the puck down low. And they don't convert, but they have another face-off in the offensive zone. Foglia wins it to Scott. Has to negotiate at the point under pressure, and pulled through was Hill. She got it out. Ayla Hill had a big highlight for St. James last week as Sperling comes in. 3-on-5 was her team. She picked off a puck, got it into the Bandits' end as Venuto sends it at the net, redirected by Sperling at net, but Wilkerson makes the save. Hill on a 3-on-5 picked off a pass, raced in, was taken down, got a penalty shot and converted it. But her team ultimately fell short. St. James from Northern Virginia in the dark jerseys, the Bandits from North Jersey in the pink and black and sparkly silver on the power play, but That power play will expire now as Harper Keenan smacks the boards to the cadence of the clock, so everybody in 3 counties could hear when the penalty was expiring. Sent around the boards as St. James has killed it off. It's a 0-0 game, and we're just 6:20 in the first period. The first of 2, a Sunday doubleheader. Mia McSherry hustling through the middle, gains the line, and leaves it for Sperling, who fires a shot that Wilkerson knocked away with the tip of the stick, banked it off the end boards, and then covered the ricochet out front before anybody could get to it. The 4th shot for the Bandits, 2-1 for St. James. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Bellin on the near side wall, Kepler and Olivia Rothstein on the points. Rizzo ties up a player to help Bellin win the faceoff for Otterbein. Rizzo picks it up, gets through one, sends it for Otterbein. Oh, somebody got a piece of it, but they had a sort of a mid-zone cycle. Rizzo picks Nicholson's pocket, trying to barrel forward. She and Otterbein, Rizzo sends it to Otterbein right through the legs. A blind pass right to the back of the stick. Those two have played together for most of about a month, and sometimes it looks like they've been playing together for a year. Bellin is going to get called here. This is going to be a tough call. She's going for the puck. The other player just came into her area, and the stronger on the skates player in the moment was Bella Bellin, and they're going to give her a body check. I don't know how she really could have avoided that one, but Bellin goes to the box for a couple of minutes, and it's a penalty kill now for the Bandits. They've had the only power play of the game so far. They did not convert on it, so now St. James gets a chance. Bowers wins the face-off to herself. Near side wall comes out. Gabby Rothstein up front with Izzy Camerata. Gabby Rothstein picks it off, marches in, gets to the right circle, ragging the puck. She has Camerata in the middle, but she has no way to get it to her, and she was 1-on-3, 1-on-2, still with it. Hill comes over, can't get it away from her. Rothstein gets tripped up. Where's the call? Oh, she got the skates pulled right out from under her. Bowers gets it out of the zone. Hill still hounded by Gabby Rothstein. Offside as Camerata chipped it out of the zone. Wow, Gabby looked like she had done enough to draw the penalty there and extinguish it. Maybe, now listen, I'm far away. I have a good view, but kind of far away. It looked like she got the skates just pulled right out from under her. And listen, this is not the NHL, folks. You know, neither the players nor the referees, and especially not the announcer, who's just live streaming on YouTube and not on the NHL network, right? So just because we see it and we have an opinion, the announcer's opinion couldn't count less. The referee's opinion couldn't count more. 1:07 left now on the penalty kill, and the penalty kill has been a good one so far for the Bandits. As St. James didn't win the face-off, but they won the possession. Now they retreat back. This is going to be another icing as the Bandits fired it down. .54 seconds now remaining in the PK. They'll change out. Will the Bandits. Gabby Rothstein now back out there after a short rest. Mandy Scott up front as well. Scott couldn't get that offering from Hill, knocked all the way down. Bowers gets in close, takes a shot. Riley makes the save. Olivia Rothstein picks it up, banks it off the boards nicely, and Ava Pavko goes all the way back into her own zone. Ava right here, you could hear Ayla Hill say, the captain, number 3 in blue. Bowers gets through one, gets down low, sharp angle shot, saved by Riley, and she covers it up, leaving no rebound. And boy, she needed to leave no rebound right there, because if she did, there were one and then another St. James player ready to just sweep it right in, possibly on the far side. Off the face-off, still 20 seconds left in the power play for St. James. Comes to the near side wall, Hill has it, turns, sends it to Pavko between the points. Hill hustles all the way back. I'm not sure where she was going. She was just maybe getting up ahead of steam. She sort of took herself out of the play, and the Bandits ice it again. There's still 1 second left on the penalty, so if that had been iced with just not as much force, Bellum would have been able to exit the box. There's a way to gain real estate over here if you wanted to. You could have the player replacing Bellum be at the end of the bench, and Bellum now exits the box and goes to the bench, and they do just that as Folia stayed in with the defenseman and was able to gain about 12 feet of real estate to get more quickly into the play. Both teams have killed off the lone power play against, and we have 7:30 left in period 1 of a 0-0 game. Hill comes up the middle, wrist shot. Riley had the glove right there and gloves it down, leaves no rebound, and freezes the puck with 7:24 left in period 1. Brunch with the Bandits on RizzoVision. Thanks for joining us. What are you drinking today? What are you eating? Bowers had it run for a moment, but Folia took it away from her. Sperling chips it off the boards on the far side, and she's going to race in. Even numbers there. Sperling backhand, Wilkerson save, rebound in front. It wouldn't sit down for McSherry. She got a piece, but didn't get it quite on the net. No look pass by Venuto to Folia. Now redirected in front. Folia tries to get there with the backhand, and it was swept away just in the nick of time by maybe it was a Bachelor or Gimiliano. It was Gimiliano who got a piece of it. 14. Sent up the middle, and Venuto retreats. I see a couple of C's on the jerseys, not just Ayla Hill, but a player who was about to get the puck right there, Ava Pavko. So, bunted down by Folia, now iced by Samantha Rosenberg. And the Bandits will have an offensive zone draw with 6:19 left in a scoreless first period. Six for the shots in favor of the Bandits. Otterbein on the dot, Claus in the slot, Rizzo on the far side wing. Rizzo at the half boards, looks to negotiate it down toward Otterbein, couldn't quite get it there. 1-on-2. Now picked up along the boards, and Rosenberg, Yael Rosenberg gets it out for Salem. Two Bandits there. One of them is Otterbein, who chipped it forward to Rizzo, who gives it back to her, and Otterbein leaves it for Annalise Claus. Claus gains the line on the far side, centering feed, went right through the slot, about a foot ahead of Rizzo's outreach stick. Yael Rosenberg in pursuit, pass doesn't connect. Shoemaker Gromick up to the boards. Rizzo bangs into Loftus over there. Gets a little help from Otterbein. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1. Scott back. Scott swats that away. Mandy Scott. Oh boy, one of the St. James players was in front, and a close range save by Lexi Riley. That was ticketed for the far side goal post, but didn't get it in. Otterbein hustles up, gets the stick taken out of her hands. Claus has it, will dump it, and she and Rizzo will bump into each other, but they'll have plenty of room and time to change. Very close to being an interference there on the far side wall. Camarada, fresh legs on there now, jumps out, picks up the loose puck. She's 1-on-4 in the zone at the moment, trying to get it down low, and eventually she does. Hustling in is Olivia Rothstein, and she will get to it first, but will she keep it in? And it just jumps out over the blue line to stop play on the offside with 4:46 left in period 1. Scoreless game, and these teams in the two battles last week played very tight. Both games went the way of the Bandits. The first one more hotly contested maybe than the second in terms of the score. It was a tie game into the third period before the Bandits eventually prevailed. And the second game, the Bandits jumped out to a lead. Couldn't really build on it much, but were able to secure the 4-2 victory. 3-1 in the first game, I believe. St. James trying to get it at close range, fished away by the stick of Olivia Rothstein as St. James getting a little bit closer. Clearing attempt hit McNulty, and eventually they get it out by Olivia Rothstein's stick. Sent right back in, not going to be an icing because Olivia got a piece of it. Chipped off the boards for Camarada, who's going to gain the line on the right wing. Try to turn the corner on Gimigliano, who's going to try to send her wide. Gets right at the goalpost. It's in front. Didn't get it all the way pushed in. Somebody got a piece of it and maybe got it just swept wide in time. It looked like Loftus, Bridget Loftus maybe was the one that was there. So both teams putting some good pressure on early as brunch with the Bandits continues. Sperling rebuffs that attempt at possession. Battaglia over to Loftus now. Knocked down. Sperling's one-on-one with Battaglia. She has some trailers in there. Wrist shot. Knocked down by Battaglia. Folia on the rebound. Sends it just wide. She actually didn't get it on the stick to sit down, but that actually fooled the goaltender, and it was almost a little bit of puck luck there for Julia Folia. The puck luck instead goes the way of Taylor Wilkerson, who was protecting the far side of the net, and her momentum did not allow her to get quite quickly enough to the near side of the net, but the puck went wide, so we remain scoreless. McSherry, you could hear the Mia call by Sperling through a lot of traffic and just one too many St. James players there. A little bit too much sea of blue. Not the kind of blue that you see in the sea as the Bandits ice the puck. It's the darker blue, the Penn State scheme, they call it. Most of you are probably familiar with the colors of Penn State and their schemes. Defensive zone draw goes to Ava Otterbein. And Yael Rosenberg will oppose her. Gimigliano steps in, blocked shot by Bellin. Bellin and Rizzo, 2-on-2. Bellin's going to gain the line of center. She'll dump it at the goalie. Wilkerson knocks it down. Gimigliano picks it up, pursued by Bellin. Picked off by Otterbein. Otterbein shovels it over to Rizzo. Rizzo tees it up, off the stick and over the net. Rizzo had it ticketed, but the shaft of the stick knocked it down. A big save by Wilkerson. Oh, Rizzo had that one picked out, and this building is the one in which she scored more career goals than any other building. No one on the ice knows this surface better than 21 in pink. After 5 years playing here with the Rockets. Venuto behind the end line needs to negotiate through some traffic, and Fernanda does just that. Venuto trying to get the wheels moving. She's going to break in 3-on-2 with Otterbein and Rizzo. Venuto over to Rizzo, gains the line. Rizzo was pursued by Loftus, who dumped it for Venuto. Rizzo trying to get out of the corner, looking for one. Fakes the pass to Otterbein. Oh, tried to get it low for Venuto, was in front. Bellin covers the right point so Venuto could stay on the attack. And Venuto's been scoring goals in bunches. Tries to get in, but couldn't do it. And Otterbein picks it up. Rizzo jumps off for a change, so does Bellin. Almost. There's Bellin going off for the change, so McNulty's out there, now Camarada. Otterbein will change at the whistle because of the icing, and Gabby Rothstein will jump on. There's 57.8 seconds left in period one. It's a scoreless game at Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. At 5 o'clock Eastern, we'll be back at ProScape, where we were for 2 yesterday, and it'll be the Bandits against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. But for now, the order of business is the tough crew from St. James in Northern Virginia. Sienna Batchelor, just below us, gathered a long pass and dumped it in. Olivia Rothstein races all the way down to touch it first, but Gate got there second and was able to win the puck. They go down low, sent to the slot. Hill tried to tee it up for the one-timer, and she got only the heel of the stick. Good thing for Lexi Riley. That would have tested Lexi as well as she's been tested at any time this year, and Lexi comes up big. Gabby Rothstein had it, 1-on-2, loses the puck. Sent up the middle. Gate has 17 seconds left, 35 in blue, dumps it and changes along with Hill. So rather than going to play those last few seconds, they'll give it up to the Bandits, who will skate the puck up, and Kepler maybe just ended up snuffing out the rest of the time. Rothstein was calling for the long pass there. They might have had a chance to rush it, but they'll take the 0-0 going into period number 2. Shots on goal, 7 for the Bandits, acting as the home team today for the first time in this AGHF 4-game weekend showcase, and 5 for St. James. These teams will do another doubleheader. They didn't do a doubleheader last week. It's a weekend doubleheader. They're 3 to 4 hours apart, depending on the locations of some of the families. Maybe even a little over 4 in some cases, or 5. And to make it work, the teams will play 2 games on a weekend and travel. And sometimes in the case of St. James that weekend, I believe it will be a Saturday doubleheader, and they'll play one of the other teams locally in a doubleheader on Sunday. Get 4 games in a weekend. That's what all these teams are doing. They gather in this area for the weekend. Bridgewater Sports Arena, not too far from here. Pro Skate, not too far from here. 2 rinks over there, 2 rinks at Bridgewater. So they're able to take a bunch of teams in the showcase and play them all against one another with different matchups. You get 4 different matchups, but just 1 bit of travel for the teams located further away. And that certainly benefits a team like St. James. They can come up and play 4 games against 4 different teams rather than 2 against one and 2 against another, like they'll probably do a bunch of other times. For teams like the Bandits, they're not staying in hotels. They're driving back home. Some locations maybe, most probably under an hour, some a little bit over, but nothing too crazy. So all the players slept in their own beds last night. And no early morning start. The 11:20 brunch start has left both teams coming out pretty sharp. Lexi Riley will now guard the goal to your YouTube right, and Taylor Wilkerson will protect the cage on your YouTube left for St. James. Full and even strength. Both teams, 17 minutes on the clock. Underway, period 2. Folia up front with Sperling and McSherry. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Scott on defense. Rosenberg sends it up the middle. Shoemaker, Gromick got the tip of the stick on it, so no icing, but she had to go all the way back and play it as the volition of the puck sent it all the way back below her end line. Sperling picks up the puck in front of the St. James bench, gets to the scorer's table, gains the line of center, and fires it down. She's first in pursuit and beats Bowers to the puck, even though she did not have the angle. Bowers is going to pick it up along the end boards and try to break out. She has a little room up there, but sent it a little too strong for Nicholson, causing the icing. So whistle stops play, 16:09 left, period number 2. No score between the Bandits and St. James. Is it no score, or is the score 0-0? That's always the question. We'll bring that up time and again during the year until you're well sick of it. Sperling on the wraparound attempt couldn't get it, sends it in front to Folia, but the net got knocked off its moorings. They'll restart it in the defensive zone. Sometimes what the refs will do is try to replace that net while play is going on. There is a rule where if the puck clearly crosses over the line in an area where the dislodged net would not have impeded it, meaning the posts, you can award the goal. So what that does is it prevents even a penalty where under duress a defensive team or a goalie could just knock the net off its moorings, where you say, well, we'll just take the penalty. No, you could actually score that way. Dumped in through a lot of traffic, but Lexi Riley comes out and covers it up for the Bandits. to stop the rush. Yael Rosenberg was the one who got through traffic. She elected to chip it at the net rather than to one of the sides. And that probably benefits the Bandits a little bit as they get to reset in the defensive zone. Gabby Rothstein has Maeve McNulty and Izzy Camarada up front. Wins the face-off to her sister Olivia. And Olivia tries to shovel the puck first with her stick, then with her right skate. Camarada chips it up the boards right in front of the St. James bench, and it's sent in offside. 15:24 left, second period, 0-0. The Bandits and St. James. The Bandits in their pink. I'll put those jerseys up against any in the country. And St. James in the dark blue. Brought in by Batchelor, but she couldn't pull the trigger as Camarada got a piece. McNulty's going to try to get through on the right side, gets around, leaves it in front, but just one too many St. James players there. Busting in was Otterbein trying to keep it out, but Hill's going to skate in, put Olivia Rothstein under pressure, but Rothstein sends her wide, and now Hill takes it behind the net. They do a quick exchange. Gate looking to center it, but it goes off the skate of Venuto. Batchelor to Gate looking to send it in front. Play was interrupted there by Otterbein, who was able to change for Gabby Rothstein. Camarada is going to gain the line of center if she can get there, but it's kept in, ping-ponged around. Otterbein's going to send it to McNulty, and McNulty and Camarada are ready for a change, and they send it in, but they could have had a 2-on-1. Maeve McNulty and Izzy Camarada were both named assistant captains earlier this week, and that's an indication of why. McNulty could have had a possible scoring chance, but she's at the end of her shift, well at the end of her shift, and instead of doing that, she dumped the puck in so the Bandits could make a clean change. That is unselfish winning hockey, folks, number 4 in pink. Centered in front, Otterbein tried to get the shot off, but Battaglia was able to get there to knock it down. Rizzo sent it forward, but couldn't get it all the way through. She was trying to get it back to Otterbein. Up the middle, picked off, and brought in by Nicholson. Nicholson gets to the slot, but it's blocked by Kepler. Kepler doesn't know where it is. It's in her pants. Morgan, go skate to the other end and dive into the net. Eventually she gets the puck out of there. And having a little jovial moment for all of us. Defensive zone draw. Nicholson tried to tee it up. McSherry beats Gimigliano to it at the point, and she's got to sends it back to Pavko, who fires it just underneath us. McDonald brings it into the offensive zone, gets a little help from Yael Rosenberg. Ava Pavko at the point, sends it down low. McDonald couldn't corral it. It comes back to the point. Pavko between the points for Gimigliano, sends it at net. Riley gloves it down and holds on. And Nicholson was in the lane. Margot Nicholson was trying to redirect that puck, and Riley had it played well. Lexi kept the glove up there and had the pads ready to go low if it redirected. 13 minutes now left in the second period. No one has scored yet. Who will be the one to lift the lid on brunch with the Bandits? Pavko at the point, tried to send it to the slot, but McSherry made that an ill-advised play. They try to get it to the slot again, but Folia knocked it away. Gate will try to shepherd it around the net, and eventually does get it to Batchelor, who's going to send it to Pavko between the points. Pavko sends it to the far side for Hill, but not accurately. They wheel it all the way around. They're playing high-low with long passes. Redirected on the bouncer, and Riley knocks it down and makes the save. Lexi is sharp. She's seen 8 and stopped them all. That maybe was the toughest of them all. Just because she was in good position and knocked it down with the crest of the jersey, making it look easy doesn't mean it was an easy save. The shot came from the point. It was redirected. It was going to be a high shot, and instead she had to make a low save. There's another one through traffic, and she sees that one and stops it as well. 9 out of 9 for both goalies. 32 Riley in the pink, 52 Wilkerson in the blue. Puck battle there. Batchelor was trying to pull the trigger, couldn't do it. It goes off of the referee's skate, and McNulty's pass to Camarada never comes to fruition. Hill will bring it in up the far side, trying to get around Scott. Forced wide, got it in front, but Gatte's shot didn't get on net. McNulty has a little room, so she's going to use it and now dump it in. It goes across from the near side to the far side. Gabby Rothstein got it for a moment. When there are loose pucks anywhere, it just seems like they gravitate to her. Camarada unloads, but in good position was Wilkerson to make the save and leave no rebound. Whistle stops play with 11:38 left in period number 2. 0-0. Rothstein on the dot, McNulty in the slot, Camarada on the far wing. Olivia Rothstein and Morgan Kepler on the points left to right. St. James trying to run a play where they just send one of their players off the face-off deep. That is going to allow Olivia Rothstein to just play the puck and send it right back in. So it's a sort of a high-risk, high-reward play that they're trying to run off the face-off. They just send somebody and try to fire the puck all the way down the ice if they get it. Camarada picks it up, sends it around the net again for Gabby Rothstein. Gabby looking for somebody in the middle. Sent it from McNulty at the top of the slot, but she had a little too much traffic from Nicholson. Was able to shepherd it out. Rosenberg had it, but her shot was blocked by Olivia Rothstein. Sent through the wickets for Camarada, but it bounces nicely off the boards. She's going to gain the offensive zone, dump it in, and head right to the bench. A little impeded by the entering Otterbein. Bellin jumps on. Now Rizzo. So Otterbein with Bellin and Rizzo. Bellin on the spin. Takes a spill, but nobody else was around. So that's a kangaroo court violation, but not a penalty on anybody. McDonald on the half board, sends it down low, looking for somebody in front. Riley scoops it up with the glove, and on the back door, just waiting for that one to go through the crease, was Julia Salem. She would have had a slam dunk right there if Riley didn't throw the glove out and snare it. More of a caught pass rather than a shot. Equally effective. Otterbein on the dot, blocks the shot after St. James won the faceoff, sent out. Bellin trying to shepherd it forward. Otterbein looking for Rizzo, didn't really have the lane, so she just clears it. Oh, Rizzo tried to get that one off of the stick of Mallory Beimers, and she would have been gone. Beimers got enough of it, but sent it in offside. So that's one of those plays where you forced a player to make a play they didn't want to make as Rizzo tries to bull into the offensive zone. You're forcing somebody to make a play they don't want to make. This is going to be an icing as it was sent a little too strongly down off the boards. So what Rizzo did, she just pressured the puck holder, similar to the way a defensive lineman or a linebacker or even a safety might come in and rush a quarterback. You make them get rid of it before they want to, even if you don't touch it, and it resulted in an offside. So the small things can add up. Like we talked before about McNulty possibly having a chance for a 2-on-1 with Camarada, yet past what would have been the regular end of her shifts, she unselfishly dumps the puck in and allows for a clean change. Now, if there were 5 seconds left in the period, she probably would not have done that, or probably should not have done that. But in the course of play, all those good changes can add up. Backhander in front by Batchelor, and Riley gets down to make the save, covering it up. We'll try to point out those little things at any point we can, because they do matter. It's fundamental hockey, unselfish hockey. They have names on the back of the jerseys, but the crest on the front is what they're playing for, and each other. Moved up through the middle, but Gate was able to pick it off after Hill contested the pass. It comes back to the near side wall. Pavko smacks it in, kicked down by the skate of Olivia Rothstein and sent forward for Julia Folia. Folia breaks in 3-on-2. Folia has to dump it as Pavko defended. Tries to get it in front, does get it in front, but Wilkerson is able to corral it. Folia had me fooled. I thought she was going to take it around the net, and she just flicked it back in front. And Wilkerson was able to knock it down and keep it in the pads. So 9 minutes even. 11-11 the shots. 0-0 the score. It's about as even as you can get. St. James has come to play today. And the games last weekend were very evenly contested, although both did go to the Bandits. Sent a little too forward. This puck, if it has enough to get over the line, it'll be icing, and it does. Good thought right there. That you don't love icing as a coach, but you like when your player is going to take a chance like that where if the pass connects, it's a breakaway. The risk is that now you have a defensive zone draw, but Bowers wins it, so we'll see if St. James gets possession, and if they get it out of the zone, then the risk was worth it completely, and they do. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Olivia Rothstein fires it up. Somebody got a piece. It was Samantha Rosenberg. Camerata tees it up, and she scores! The Camerata cannon fires one into the top left corner of the net, and 93 will lead the celebration, which makes it 1-0 for the Bandits with 8:16 left in period 2. An otherwise innocent-looking play. Off the possession, Camerata pulled it from the outside of the right circle, a little bit closer, teed it up, and fired a wrist shot that beat Taylor Wilkerson. So before noon Eastern time, we get goal number 1 of the game. Walking at the net, never getting off the shot, was Yael Rosenberg. Camerata now going to break in, hounded by Salem on the back. She's got to watch the slashing penalties. She's using the stick underneath to try to lift the Camerata stick, but if you hit the gloves, they'll give you a slash. McNulty down for Camerata. Big save by Wilkerson, and she covers up. Wow, Camerata almost had the second of the shift right there. It's 7:40 left in period number 2. It's 1-0 Bandits on Brunch with the Bandits. Sunday brunch. The scheduling couldn't have worked out better if you're a football fan. If you're a Giant or Jet fan, there's no conflict here at all. The Bandits players will all be home by the time the Jet game starts this evening, if they are Jets fans or football fans. It's a 5 o'clock game for St. James. Commanders and Ravens fans, we mostly would presume. They'll get to listen to their game maybe in the car or go somewhere between games to watch it. Sent up the middle for Rizzo. Kepler back at safety there. Shoemaker Gromick reaches back now as Rizzo helped out on the back check with Kepler. Kepler uses the feet to get it away, looking to move it up the boards on the far side. Still trying to get it out, fished forward, and Gate sends it in and peels off for a change. They're trying to get it moving up the middle. Camerata's got to head off for the change, was maybe looking for the home run pass. Shoemaker Gromick's going to carry it all the way in. Rizzo stays at the point. Shoemaker Gromick scores through the pads! Leo Gangster! The captain has doubled the lead with 6:34 left in period number 2. Logan Shoemaker Gromick on the rush. We saw a nearly identical goal on Saturday by Fernanda Venuto. Same spot in the ice. Same wing over there. Rizzo says, just go. Tells the defenseman to just go. Covers the point on the left side. Shoemaker Gromick turns the corner and sneaks one through the pads. That was Patrick Kane winning the Stanley Cup for the Blackhawks against the Flyers against Michael Leighton. That's what that one looked like. I couldn't believe that she got it through there, but she did. 2-0 Bandits, so a closely contested one. That was shot number 13. Sent up the middle for Rizzo. Oh, Mandy Scott was looking for Louisa. Pavko picks it off, walks it in. Venuto blocks the shot. It was a meager offering. Sent on front by the one-timer by Samantha Rosenberg. And Lexi Riley drops the right pad to make the save. McDonald slams the stick to the ice. There's a maybe bigger opportunity there, and the one-timer just didn't get all of it. So brunch with the Bandits, tasty so far with a 2-0 lead in a hotly contested contest here. Just have a knack for picking up these goals in close games. It's all the little things that we talk about, like that, hustling back to get onside. Mia McSherry, so that play is allowed to continue, and a possession in the offensive zone. Puck behind the end line now. Scott was going to pinch, but decided to stay back and play it defensively. Had a little help from Folia back checking. Folia marks her player right down the middle. Riley made the save and left no rebound, but there's another one of those little things. Julia Folia coming back. Had Yael Rosenberg cutting down the middle. If there's a rebound there, Rosenberg's in great position to put it in, but Folia had her completely tied up. Folia now wins the face-off to Kepler. Gate, she's had the stick in the right place at the right time a lot in this game. 35, she has it there, sends it down low, and the soccer player Olivia Rothstein used her skate to send it away. Folia off the end boards to the far boards. McSherry is going down to try to pick it up. It goes to the point. Sperling, was trying to get off to the races, but Loftus knocked it away. Bridget Loftus, and sends it in for the offside, but St. James will take it right there. That was going to be a potential break by Sperling. Loftus just stepped into the lane to play that puck. If she misses it, Sperling's gone, and we know what happens when 53 gets a breakaway. It usually doesn't end well for the other team. Not always, but if you like the Bandits, you like those odds. Wow, Hill lifted the stick, and Rothstein whiffed on the face-off, and Hill got all the way down and fires that one over the crossbar. Savvy play by number 3 in blue, Ayla Hill. She jumps off the page when you watch St. James as she pursues Camarada and checks her into the boards from behind. No call. The referee just saw it and just let it go. Camarada is about the strongest on her skates as any player in pink, and for her to get knocked down like that is surprising that it doesn't end up in a call. Rizzo in pursuit, forces the turnover for Gabby Rothstein, comes down and she scores! Gabby Rothstein makes it 3-0. Bandits with 3:58 left in period number 2. Off the feed from Rizzo. Maybe she got a piece. We'll have to look at the replay, certainly forcing the turnover over there. So those two in the middle of a line change end up combining for a goal that makes it 3-0, and it's something like either 3 shots in a row or 3 out of 4 for the Bandits that have eluded Taylor Wilkerson. Otterbein now with Bellin and Rizzo as they complete the change. Otterbein kicks it over toward Rizzo's area. Shoemaker Groma got the point, sends a bouncer, and Wilkerson controlled that one and left it for Bowers, who picks it up. Willa Bowers up through the middle. She gains the offensive line. She's now made it through all 3 zones, fires a shot that goes off the side of the net. Riley had the post covered anyway. Centering feed by Rosenberg, knocked away in a slew of traffic. Bellin chips it for Rizzo. Rizzo chips it for Otterbein, but has to pick it up and dump it. They stay on. They're probably close to the end of their shift. See if they can produce something out of it here before they exit to the bench. Rizzo picks it up, sends it to the far side at her bench. Otterbein over there in pursuit. It hits off of the Bandit bench, and now they'll change it cleanly with 2:56 left in period number 2. The Bandits have exploded for 3 quick ones to make it 3-0 on Brunch with the Bandits. Camarada, then Shoemaker Gromick, and just now Gabby Rothstein. Wrist shot from the right point by Scott. Can't get through all the traffic, but it does get down low. Shoemaker Gromick keeps it in at the point and sends it down low. Tackle over there, a couple of players out of view. Sperling ends up with the puck, centers it in front, trying to pound at it is Folia, and Wilkerson gives her a little whack after it's done. Folia just playing to the whistle, and a couple of the St. James players getting between their goalie and Folia, who was just skating away, and Folia and McSherry having a little chuckle over there. I could see some red cheeks and smiles. You might not be able to see them on the YouTube feed, but I'll try to provide a little detail to what you can't see. Centered and scored by Folia with the backhand! Julia Folia makes it 4-0, and the Bandit Brunch Blitz is in full effect with 2:26 left in period 2. The shot came from the point. Folia was right at the bottom of the slot. She caught it with the forehand of her left-handed stick, spun around to the backhand, and deposited it between the legs of Taylor Wilkerson. After Wilkerson didn't like the way Folia played it to the whistle on the previous sequence. So Folia walked away, didn't engage the goaltender, and gave her what she felt like was her answer, number 12. Hill will move it into the offensive zone, turn the corner, get it down low, tried to unleash the backhand, but found a little too much traffic. Folia again. Olivia Rothstein off the boards. Gets a little help from Venuto. Centering feed by Batchelor. Knocked down by the glove of Olivia Rothstein. Sent in and redirected at the far post. So St. James fights back. Looked like Sienna Batchelor got that one off the long feed. And they are going to change goalies now with 1:44 left in period 2. So we'll say Batchelor as Alejandra Neal enters the game, number 70, after the goal. So she enters at 4-1 with 1:44 left in period number 2. So that ends the streak of 4 Bandit goals. And suddenly we're in a score fest. And this has given a little life to St. James here. You can see a little extra pep in their step. Rosenberg gets it knocked away by the combination of Gabby Rothstein and then Morgan Kepler. Through neutral ice, Andy Scott sends it from the right to the left. Now up the wall just below us. Shoemaker Gromick across ice to Mandy Scott. Scott's going to try to break in. Scott tries to unleash the shot. Can't get it on net. Sent through neutral ice. Kepler picks it up with 54 seconds. Over to Scott. 27 gains the line. Dumps it in. Neal with her first touch. It's on a ricochet off the backboards. A slow motion ricochet. Picked up by Bowers. Bowers is going to gain the zone. Bowers marches in. Wrist shot. Riley save. Kepler got tied up over there by the stick of Bowers. That could have been a hook. Probably should have been a hook. Riley grabs that one and no further action. Whistle stops play. 27.9 seconds left. Period number 2. 4-1 Bandits. Folia wins the face-off to Venuto, just sends it right out. Pavko retreats, was under pressure. Folia's going to carry it in and dump it to herself. A lot of blue there, but one pink is Folia with it again. Wrist shot, big save by Neal. Boy, that was a high degree of difficulty for touch number one. She got it with the blocker. Loose in front, backhand by Sperling. And Neal with another big save. So she's come in as 1 second left. Venuto at the buzzer. Can't get it through as Yael Rosenberg blocked that shot. And a big period for the Bandits as we turn from morning to afternoon. They build a 4-1 lead after 2. Shots on goal, 17-17 now for the game. So it's been even there, and the play was just so even leading up to the first Bandit goal. And then it was 4 in sort of a long wave, not so much. I did call it a Bandit blitz. I mean, once they got the 4th, it was 4 in about 8 minutes, which is really good. But they were all each about 2 minutes apart, it seemed. So not like 3 in 20 seconds kind of deal. So we know that the crew from St. James is not going to give any quarter here. They were down 4-0. They fought back to 4-1. In the games last weekend, it was 1-1 in the third period. The Bandits inched ahead with 2 in the third to make it 3-1 and finish that one off. And in the other game, the Bandits had a 3-goal lead. I think it was 3-0. And St. James fought back to 4-2, but the Bandits never let them get closer. That'll be a similar idea for this one. Keep them off the scoreboard, walk away with win number 3 of the weekend. But it's easier said than done. Your opponent is not going to give you any reason to do anything but keep your foot on the gas. Lexi Riley for period number 3 is back, guarding the net to YouTube left. And her mom, Melissa, is trying to mount the GoPro right now, wearing her Dan Marino Dolphins jersey underneath her daughter's Bandits coat. And Alejandra Neal had only come in for the last 1:44 of the last period. Taylor Wilkerson is back into the net now for St. James. Underway period number 3. Offside to kick it off, 9 seconds in. Folia out with McSherry and Sperling up front. Olivia Rothstein and Fernanda Venuto on defense. Hill, Gate, and Batchelor up front for St. James. Beimers and Battaglia on D. Hill trying to break in, recovers it. Sharp angle shot goes over the net. So St. James really battling back here. They're at that one. Had they been able to find the net there, you have a completely different game and a lot of time to play. Sperling is going to break in with McSherry 1-on-1 with the 2-on-1 coming late, and it's really a 2-on-2. Now they'll try to establish possession. Venuto's shot got redirected. Wilkerson hunting it behind the end line, was able to get back into her crease. Sperling walks out from the corner. Shot, big save by Wilkerson, and it trickles to the near side corner. Up to Batchelor, who sends it for Agate, who gains the line at center and dumps it with the backhand as St. James makes a complete change, all 5. Venuto off the boards was looking to angle it for Rizzo and send her on the breakaway, but didn't quite get the angle and the geometry for the icing. Fernanda explaining to Coach Grace Potash what the attempt was there as Kira Redmond mans the door. Dressed in her 71, but not just ready to rejoin the crew yet. Rizzo moved it toward the middle. Claus lifted a stick, eventually leading to Rizzo picking up the puck. She just chips it out of the zone with nowhere else to go. St. James clears the zone. Otterbein knocks it near to the blue line, but not out. Rizzo sweeps in and just trickles it out of the zone. She had Claus maybe in the middle, but like to get out. Claus in pursuit. Rizzo trying to pick off the pass from Gimigliano, but they do gain the line offensively. Rosenberg, wrist shot, exceeds the height of the crossbar. There's Samantha Rosenberg, loose in front. They poke at it. Fired off the left post! Samantha Rosenberg shakes her head. Riley was down, but she's not beaten because of her good friend, the post. As the Bandits move it out, this one's going to go on net. Rizzo's going to pursue Pavko. Pavko sends it up the wall, gets it out. Sent back into the zone. Rizzo changes, Claus still in pursuit. Otterbein's going to pick this up, try to turn the corner just below you, but I assure you that's what's happening. Bowers is going to break in, top of the circle, shot blocked by the arm of Kepler. Through the corner on the far side, Logan Shoemaker-Gromick chips it up. Pinching in at the point is Loftus. She got it on goal, and Riley got down to make that save. A lot of yelling going on at ice level. A lot of passion in this 4-1 game as we tick down to 14 minutes. McDonald is going to power into the zone. Scott in pursuit. Yael Rosenberg now gets through the top of the crease. One-timer attempt. McDonald got a piece of it, but not full stick blade, and Riley makes the save and cover. So St. James with perhaps their best sequence there, screaming, yelling, jumping into the play and pressing. They now have the lead in shots, 20-19. Scott is going to try to outrace Loftus, but is nowhere near the one with the angle there. Just keep putting pressure and see what happens. Gabby Rothstein, 2 to beat, beats one, beats the other almost, but Gimigliano holds the course. Loose puck now along the near side wall. McDonald couldn't get it before Scott sends it back in. It's off the dasher and off the boards on the end line. Here comes McSherry jumping on to break up the play right off the bench, at least for a moment. McDonald eventually got it. Now sent to Sperling. Sperling's going to gain the line 1-on-4. Has McSherry coming down the middle. Sperling leans, goes back, sends it back the other way, but Ayla Hill, one of the many blue shirts, was way down there. They were all down below the face-off dot. Probably too many, with only one Bandit holding the puck. That one just off the top of the board. Hill tries to race in, couldn't get to it first. Sperling grabs it and dumps it. McSherry puts the pressure on. It's kept in at the point. Chipped. Folia sent it in offside. Bandits will change up with 12:30 left in period number 2, or will they? Nobody will change on the offside face-off. 20-19 the shots for St. James. 4-1 the lead for the Bandits. The Bandits in pink, St. James in blue. To simplify it for you. Battle Ford just below us. Yes, if you're watching, you are part of us. Sent up the far side wall. Beimers kept it in. Over the end line, Venuto picks it off. Gate, no match for the long reach of Venuto, and it's sent out through neutral ice. Gimigliano up to Hill, gets it taken away by McSherry. Sperling's breaking in, again 1-on-4, with McSherry the trailer, and now Folia comes in late. Fired wide, but Folia gets it out the other side, sends it at goal. Wilkerson swatted it away with the glove, and got a little help from her friend to control the rebound. Kepler over to Shoemaker-Gromick. Sperling to the bench. Folia to the bench. McSherry to the bench. Rizzo on. Otterbein on. Bellin on. Batchelor. Otterbein might have gotten a piece. Bellin eventually did. Off the boards. Nicholson picked it up. Rizzo Maybe got away with one there, either a check or something. Fired by Samantha Rosenberg. Actually, you know what? It was probably a good play by Rizzo. She angled, she got the hip in there and didn't make contact on a hit. Trying to go without the puck, got a piece of it there. Nicholson looking for Rosenberg, couldn't pull the trigger. Rosenberg heads to the front of the net, but she had her back to the play there for a moment. Otterbein lost it, centering feed. Nicholson knocked away by Kepler, who fires it off the left shin pad of the referee. Sent to Battaglia on the near side wall. Bellin makes her release it. Battaglia is going to send it out on the line, or over the line, as Rizzo bumps Beimers and makes sure that the late whistle was in fact offside. Take no chances, play to the whistle. Play through the whistle. 10:22 left period, number 3, Bandits 4-1. All of the goals for both teams in period 2. 4 by the Bandits, and then St. James countered with 1. Scott's going to pick this up. She's going to race in 1-on-3, has Gabby Rothstein trailing, sends it toward the net. Wilkerson came out to send it back. Olivia Rothstein gets tied up with Ava Pavko behind the end line. They both get up. McNulty. Scott had it between the points, couldn't knock it down. Venuto and Olivia Rothstein retreating. Neutral ice, gain the line of center, but can't get the dump in, as McDonald is going to pick this up and get it into the offensive zone. So Venuto's going to pick it up. Venuto's going to get off to the races. Venuto's 2-on-2 with McNulty. Pavko and Gimignano back. Venuto tries to dangle and get through. McNulty's going to pick up the loose puck at the dot. Fire it. Love down by Wilkerson. Whistle stops play with 9:23 left in period number. So what Venuto did there, Fernanda tried to dangle and didn't get through the defender, but took the defender with her. And that left the puck for McNulty, who was able to line up a good wrist shot, create the scoring chance, and ultimately the offensive zone faceoff. Folja will skate it through all 3 zones, try to turn the corner, get close and low, takes a shot, loose in front off the save, and Wilkerson covers it up. So Folja got all the way through, got the shot off. There was a little bit of a rebound, but not enough for anybody to sweep away before the goaltender could cover it up. On the offensive zone draw, Ava Otterbein, number 58. You can't see sometimes her full number or her name because of the long blonde mane in the back. Rizzo and Claus the wings. On the near side wall, Rizzo battles for it with Samantha Rosenberg, sent forward by Nicholson. Nicholson skates in 1-on-3 as Claus back checks down the middle. Shot from close range, and Lexi Riley covers it up after it hit the crest of her jersey that has the Bandits logo and doesn't let it hit the ice. Same crew out there. Kepler on defense. Rizzo's going to pick up the loose puck and skate it out. She's got Claus up the middle, has to dump it as they were 3-on-4. Claus centering feed, gets all the way between the points. Shoemaker-Gromick tried to get it through traffic, couldn't do it. Breakaway pass attempt for Nicholson was knocked down by Shoemaker-Gromick, and Kepler's got to retreat all the way to get it. A little too strong for Claus. Little past Pavko, they call the icing. 8:05 left period 3. Bandits 4. St. James 1. Not over by any means. But I'd rather be the team that's up 4-1. Rosenberg on the face-off. Scott's just going to completely steal it. 2-on-1, Mandy Scott. She's got McNulty with her. Sharp angle shot, knocked down with the stick, and covered by Wilkerson, who gives a little shout now, "What are you doing over there?" to Gabby Rothstein, but Rothstein's just trying to, these pokes that they're making at the pucks at the whistle, they're not coming after the whistle. The referees will go out of their way to protect the goaltenders from that sort of thing. The Bandits are not doing anything unseemly. The goaltender is not happy with it. And as a goaltender, as McNulty fires that one over the crossbar, as a goaltender, you really have nothing to lose by being a little combative in those situations. You might get some of the sympathy of the referees later on. They're taking this face-off outside of the offensive zone. And quizzical looks on the faces of the Bandits as to why. Looked like maybe the puck had nested itself on the back of the net. And Folia wins it anyway, brings it into the offensive zone, but Hill, courtesy of Batchelor, move it out. Centering feed picked off by Sperling. Sperling is going to race in with Folia and has to dump it as Loftus and Battaglia were breaking up the 2-on-2. Near side wall. Venuto keeps it in at the point but has to retreat. Olivia Rothstein, nice angle off the boards for Sperling, who tries to get it into the middle. Backhander knocked away. That was Folia. Sent up the middle for Hill. Venuto picks it off. Venuto's going to try to get off to the races here. Has McSherry. Venuto gets around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Centering feed knocked away by a Wilkerson stick. Rizzo comes to the point, sends it down low for Venuto. Venuto trying to dangle through. And Olivia Rothstein there holds off Battaglia and sent forward. Otterbein now jumps on with Rizzo and Bellin. Bellin plays it back toward Olivia Rothstein. Bumped by Bowers. Looked like she got the elbow up there a little bit, but no call. Sent up the middle for Rizzo. She's 1-on-2 and trying to get through Pavko. Sharp angle shot, gets it on net. Handcuffed the goalie a little bit, but was able to control it. Bowers up the right wing boards will dump it in. Nicholson's going to peel off and head back for a change. Shoemaker Gromick off the far boards. Samantha Rosenberg sends it. Rizzo picks it up in the middle. Skates through one. Trying to skate through another and does it. Dumps it into the far corner. Peels off for the change and lets Bellin and Otterbein do the rest of the forechecking so McNulty could get on. McNulty's going to make a beeline for the play at the moment and then recover her position to protect against the far side. Bowers moves it in, gets all the way through, knocked away by Shoemaker Gromick, the second to last line of defense. Gabby Rothstein will hustle it down as it was not an icing. Salem chips it off the boards, but McNulty's the first one there. Scott picks it through some skates and will try to send it down low. She does. McNulty on the other side off the end boards. Now there's a push by McDonald on the back of Gabby Rothstein. Good no call on that one. There's been a couple of close ones there, and they've called them even. Salem fires it wide. Lexi Riley was ready for that one. 4:40 left in the game. 4-1 Bandits. St. James is going to, they're in that 3-goal deficit with 5 minutes left. There's going to be a penalty there. They're going to call the interference or the hook or the trip. Take your pick. Any of the three, they call the trip. And Leandra McDonald, 37, goes to the box for 2 minutes, and the Bandits have a chance to put the final nail in the coffin here with a power play. We thought that last game, and they got it even to a 5-on-3, and Ayla Hill picked one off and almost went the distance, got tripped up, got a penalty shot, and scored the double short-handed penalty shot, the rarest of unicorns in hockey, to get her team back within 4-2. So on one, knockdown, rebound, McSherry pounds it in. Mia McSherry makes it 5-1 with a power play goal with 4:18 left in the contest. That is going to salt it away. 13 leads the Selly line. It took 13 seconds of power play time for number 13 to convert it. So barring an explosion combined with a meltdown of epic proportions, the Bandits are going to go to 3-0 for the weekend with one more to play. Wrist shot, Sperling, rebound, pounded in front by Folia, but somebody got a piece to keep it out, and Wilkerson as well. Down low, McSherry trying for another one on the shift. Camerata almost had a 2-goal shift earlier in the game. Comes to the point now, and you can see just a little extra jump in the step of the Bandits combined with a little wind in the sails taken out of St. James. Hill always has the wind at her back. Number 3 pursues, turns the corner, but does it without the puck. Ayla Hill, 2-on-5 there. Samantha Rosenberg keeps it in, trying to get behind the defense. Sharp angle, and Olivia Rothstein never gave up on the play and got a piece of her, at least a piece of her stick. Venuto with some open ice there, trying to skate it into 3 zones. Got it in the offensive zone and fired a shot off of the right skate of Nicholson. And Nicholson gingerly heads to the bench. Oh, you don't like to see that. She's done it under her own power. Kepler at net makes Wilkerson kick it away. Kepler still down low. Otterbein has her covered at the point, and so now does Claus. They both can go back to their positions as the defensemen are able to regain their positions. Up the middle, bunted ahead, but now Bowers with a step is going to try to get through all the defense. Can't get through Kepler as her shot gets fired wide. 2:40 left, Bandits just keeping that 4-goal lead here as it's offside with 2:33 left. They had the 4-goal deficit, did St. James. They fought back to make it 4-1 late in period number 2. But then the teams have played even here until the Bandits were able to get a power play and then convert on it by Mia McSherry. Nice save high up by Lexi Riley. She had to shrug the blocker, use the blocker and then the mask. Scott chips it for McNulty. Spun around there. Gabby Rothstein has it. Hits the brakes, curls around. Still with it, sends it forward, but it's picked off by McDonald. Couldn't get it all the way through. Yael Rosenberg was looking for it. Rosenberg redirects it in front, but Kepler or Riley got a piece of it. Scott has a little room, gains the line, and dumps it in, peels off toward the middle. Now coming up high and more of a defensive posture as Olivia Rothstein retreats all the way. And we are down to the final 100 seconds of brunch with the Bandits. And then it's supper with the Bandits at 5, so come back and join us then against Lehigh Valley. Chipped in. Scott still out there now with Foldia and Sperling. Venuto over to Olivia Rothstein. And with 1 minute of play, the Bandits have locked up the win. It's just a matter of what the final score will be. One thing I can tell you for sure, the Bandits will play to the final buzzer. For sure. They will play sportingly, but they will play to the final buzzer. And St. James will as well. So it's a matter of details as far as the win and loss are concerned, but still worth watching the last minute because of that. Fernanda Venuto over to Olivia Rothstein, who moves it up through neutral ice. Natalia picks it up. Samantha, one of the 2 Samanthas on St. James, as that puck goes, I believe, into the St. James bench, so it'll be an offensive zone draw. Off the face-off, St. James trying to blitz it, but Venuto gets it down toward McSherry. Nicholson, good to see her back there. She took a shot to the skate not too long ago But Margot Nicholson is back, and she limped off the ice for a moment. So that's good to see. Folia tees it up. Wilkerson kicks it away. Final 5 seconds. Folia centers it again. That's going to expire it, though, as Battaglia was off to the races, or so she thought, and the Bandits secure the 5-1 victory. Final shots on goal, 29 for the Bandits, 24 for St. James. Lexi Riley saw 24, she stopped 23. By my count, Taylor Wilkerson saw 27 and stopped 22, and Alejandra Neal came in for a minute 44 at the end of the second period. By my count, she saw 2 and stopped them both. Now, the best tradition in all of sports, the handshake after the game. In the NHL, you see it only after a playoff series has completed, but at the youth levels, you see it after every game has completed. Harper Keenan likely to see the action at 5 o'clock when the Bandits take on the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, looking to complete a perfect 4-0 weekend in the AGHF Showcase. That game will be at Pro Skate in South Brunswick, so if you are in the area and you want to come say hi, then do it. And if you are not, then make sure you watch us on RizzoVision. There you see Lexi Riley, sticking out her tongue to the crowd. The colorful, the animated Lexi Riley. Final score once again from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey. The Bandits take it 5-1. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we go live or update content, you will know about it. We try to enhance some of the videos when we can with some extra replays or opposite angle shots, so whenever you see those, go take a look at it. Don't just settle for what you saw on the live stream. Go take a look at whatever we have to offer, because you'll probably like it, we hope. If you like this part, you should like that part. A little extra effort when we can, time permits. Once again, the final from Rock Ice, 5-1 Bandits over St. James. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits hockey on RizzoVision. Happy Sunday.